podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Boxing Voice family. We are back to talk the very successful, lucrative, and exciting division that is the heavyweight division. The former IBF, IBO, WBA, and WBO unified champion Andy Ruiz steps back in the ring Saturday night after a long-awaited return, and he gets the unanimous decision after surviving a knockdown. But his father believes that yesterday was the first fight in the road back to Andy's greatness. And the two speed bumps his father believes Andy will defeat are Luis Ortiz, who was in the building yesterday scouting Andy Ruiz Jr., and Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder, whose right hand is deadlier than Arreola, who was able to successfully detonate a right hand on Andy Ruiz, sending the knees to the canvas. Monguia, Mario,
Detonate.
Corpus, what's going on?
Yo, I love that word, detonate. He detonated that right hand on my man, and that it was like an explosion because that shit went back like it's like Die Hard shit. But yeah, we getting crazy now. We getting crazy. We starting to be able to see it. This is what I wanted. I wanted this fight to be over with, even though I had fun on Saturday, even though it was a good card. I wanted it to be over with because now we can start to talk about where Andy fits into the division, you know? And can I say something? Like, I know this is probably going to sound weird, right? But it's like, I feel like to a degree, Andy's like, Andy, Deontay, AJ, like all these guys that have been beaten are like more exciting to me to matchmake than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, 100%, I think is the best heavyweight right now. And I think he is, you know, a great fighter, super talented, deserves to be where he's at. But, you know, it's like when I think of the matchups between Wilder and Ruiz, those are more exciting to me than a potential Ruiz Fury. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like some of those fights, you know how they play out. So guys like Ruiz, Wilder, Luis Ortiz, even though they have a loss, and in boxing, you know, people think you have a loss and you're done, which is stupid. They're still more exciting to matchmake, you know?
I don't know that I could count Tyson Fury out of an exciting fight with Andy. I feel like I watched both his Chisora fights. Andy and Chisora kind of similar body types back when Fury faced them. Fury does good versus targets that don't move well. And, he's a great talker, so the build-up would be great. I'm sure he'd be calling him a fat boy, and, you know, he'd be bringing up AJ. And
True.
I could just see so much happening with Fury. You know, he's a dude that just really doesn't have any hair on his tongue. He's going to tell you how he feels, whether you like it or dislike it. And he's going to bring some sort of flow and swag with him, you know? Absolutely, yeah. Entertainment. You remember the dance that he did in front of Wilder on the USS Battleship? I don't know what ship it was actually, but You know, like my man has his moments, you know. You can't forget the things that Fury does. Batman suit, yellow Lamborghini. I mean, the list goes on and on of, you know, things that Fury has done that are memorable in and outside the ring. So I won't put him out of the list of great fights or great opponents for Ruiz, but it's the father. And, you know, our producer said it best. Look, it's the father. He's going to want the best for his son. He's going to believe in his son. He's going to wish that his son is the best. And that is true. But the father was right the first time. So do we not pay attention to him this time? Because Andy hasn't looked his best in the last two, do we say that it was a fluke? Was it luck? Was his dad making the pick of the year, getting it right? Was that all just luck, or is he right again? Can Andy Ruiz, not senior but junior, because it's senior that believes his son can beat Wilder and Luis Ortiz? I tell you one thing, if he's gonna do that, it better start with Ortiz first to see where you are, and then graduate to the power of Wilder. Because you said it, you know, we talked about it. The detonation of Chris Arreola's right hand on Andy Ruiz's, you know, the left side of his face. I don't know that he would be able to get back up from a Wilder, but he did get up from an AJ punch, who's a deadly puncher himself in his own right. His knockout ratio indicates he's a puncher.
So do you think though it's like, okay, I get what you said. It's like he should fight Luis Ortiz first, because it's like, if you think about it, Wilder beat Ortiz twice. Like, of course he should have to go through a Luis Ortiz first from that perspective. But from a power perspective, I feel like it's one and the same fight to me. It's whether or not these guys touch him. I don't mean like it's the same style fight or they both have the same chance. Obviously Wilder's the better fighter. He beat Ortiz, but I just mean like, if it comes down to power, both these guys have such incredible power.
I don't know that Luis Ortiz does, though.
It nullifies him. Really?
I don't know that Luis. I mean, let's go through his resume and see who he stopped, who he didn't stop. Alexander Flores, he stopped. Wilder did not stop. Hammer did not stop. Christian Hammer, not Christina Hammer. Travis Kaufman, he did get the KO in the final round. Rajvan Kajanu, he did get the KO in the second round. Wilder, the first fight, he did not stop. Daniel Mars, he did get the stop. Dave Allen, he got the stop. Malik Scott, no stop. Tony Thompson,
Malik Scott's hard to get a stoppage against.
So, I mean, look, it does look, his resume tells a different story. It says, hey, Mario, maybe you're right. Maybe I can knock out Andy Ruiz, but I feel like looking at his resume is like looking at the roulette table and seeing the numbers that were there, and it's like there's no pattern and it's random. You know, when you think he's gonna stop someone like a Hammer, he doesn't, right? When you think he's gonna stop someone like a Malik Scott, he doesn't. You know, when you think he's going to blast out a guy like Allen, he goes 7. You know, a guy like Travis, it takes him 10 to do it. So I don't know that we can. And Travis, who went 10, by the way, did get knocked out, but he's no Andy, right? And neither is Hammer, who didn't get knocked out. But we'll see. I don't know. If anything, I'm more fearful that Andy won't be able to take the power of Deontay. But of Luis Ortiz, I don't see him as this devastating puncher. He did hurt Deontay. But again, I don't see him as a devastating puncher. 1 year older, 1 year later. How old is Luis Ortiz at this point? Right on par. If you're Andy, you got to be happy. They just gave you a 40-year-old. Look, they just gave you a 40-year-old Arreola. Now you'll get a 42-year-old Luis Ortiz. Like, you are being given bone after bone to build your bones.
But can't you make the argument that, first of all, the Arreola that showed up and the Luis Ortiz, that's the 40-year-old, are more dangerous? Well, let's just focus on Ortiz. the 42-year-old Ortiz is a more dangerous fight than most 25, 30-year-old heavyweights at this point.
I don't know. Let me see, right? All right, so if we go to Luis Ortiz and we just go to the world rankings and we try to find someone younger than Ortiz that can present the danger of an Ortiz. Dillian Whyte is younger, and he presents the danger.
Dillian Whyte's younger. 35, though. I mean, that's not really young.
He's still younger.
Right?
He's still younger.
Oh, he's 33. I'm sorry, he's 33.
He's still younger, and he presents the danger of a Luis Ortiz, right? So then we got who else
he's young.
is next?
I'm 34, so he's young.
We got
let's see.
Michael Hunter is younger and presents
32.
Presents the level of danger of a Luis Ortiz. I think that Hunter
to lose though, but not to get knocked out though.
I mean, look, you're the one that's saying Ortiz can knock out Andy. I'm not saying that, so that's your argument.
I don't know if Michael can knock out Andy. That's what I'm trying to say. Is I still think the Ortiz fight is more dangerous based on the fact that
Joe Joyce is younger.
Joe Joyce is younger. That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Joe Joyce is younger.
Joe Joyce is 35 years old.
But he's younger than Ortiz by 7 years, and he seems to be hitting harder.
Yeah.
You know, F.A. is younger, and he seems to be hitting harder. Is he more flawed? Absolutely, but he seems to be hitting harder.
See, that's what needs to be said about this, because while we're going down this list and while you're making, while we make these points that we make, it has to be said that while Ortiz, might not have the same power that we once thought, or even the same power that he did a couple years ago, he has shown the ability to go the distance. This isn't just a one-trick pony in Luis Ortiz. He presents a lot of dangerous things. So to go in a fight with Andy, for Andy's dad to be confident, like you said earlier, it's like it is what it is. Like that's what he's gonna say. But the realities of him beating these guys are something very different. And Ortiz might not be at the level of Wilder in terms of what he's done, but he still presents a much more dangerous fight. So if these guys are more dangerous fights, Luis Ortiz is that test, I guess.
Yo, they saying Andy got $1 million for the Chris Arreola fight on paper. That's good, because I'm sure there's pay-per-view upside.
Yo, that's really good.
I'm sure there was pay-per-view upside, but just to play devil's advocate, and obviously not saying that I think it was a good or bad idea. I think that Andy made the right decision not taking a Dillian Whyte fight, but he was offered $5 million to fight Dillian Whyte before he was offered this million on pay-per-view. Now, yes, he's get back-end money because of the pay-per-view numbers, but we don't know what those numbers are, and they didn't do 1 million buys, so he won't be getting such a big check on the back end, Now, if this did big numbers on pay-per-view, then that changes everything.
Yeah, I don't think they expect that. A lot of times those kinds of contract clauses come in to play when they expect like big pay-per-view numbers. But like if you look through the card, like Thomas Amana got 6 figures. Like that's really good.
100K.
100K, bro, to go in there and what happened. But that's a good night work. That's a good night.
Yo,
work.
for Lamana, he needs to. For Lamana, he needs to compare it to like Areola's first title shot versus Wilder. On paper, he got like 130 or 150. So it's like,
wait, you said Areola's first shot?
Okay. First title shot against Wilder, not first title shot, period.
Got you.
His first shot when he fought Wilder, I think he got 150 or 130 on short notice to take that fight, right?
I always forget that fight was on short notice. You're absolutely right. The one that was crazy was Katie Taylor got $1 million. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's so great. She got $1 million.
She's probably at a point where she can't go down. You know what I mean? She's defended. She's unified. She's got multiple divisions. She's probably got like a mandatory minimum at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully. But it's still crazy to see. Women's boxing, we know, I can't remember who was having the debate. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're right, because when you say Katie Taylor, she's already such a star that it's like everything you said sounded on par, but it had to sink in. She's a female that just got $1 million. That's beautiful.
Yes. Yep. and that hopefully it has a trickle down effect. Jessica McCaskill deserves to be a $1 million fighter. A lot of these girls deserve to be $1 million fighters.
Bro, Jessica jumped on her social media early yesterday morning, like fucking 5 a.m. And I don't know, she must have had it planned and then delivered. She made a Katie Taylor pinata and a T-Rex pinata. And she was like, congratulations to Katie Taylor on her win. We're having a meet and greet with the Katie Taylor pinata. And we also got the T-Rex pinata come in and meet. And obviously, a pinata, you beat on it and it gives you rewards. So,
Andy.
She's doing a metaphor for those fights. Like, she about to beat the stuffing out these two girls and get the rewards.
How did they look? Were they like pretty?
It was
cool
one
pinatas?
was a silhouette of a female with the Katie Taylor stuck on it, and then the other one was literally a green T-Rex.
Oh, okay. So it was like an actual dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that idea.
No, listen.
I like that.
The fact that she's still calling out Shields, who's above her, she's like winning me over. I mean, not that she hasn't already, but she's winning me over. Like with the smoke that she wants from all angles. It's like, all right.
Yeah. No, I agree. But you go back to the money though. Like $1 million to fight Arreola. Like that's, to me, the better deal than $5 million to fight Dillian White. Because if you look at it, that Arreola
on paper, yes, Mario, because it was supposed to be easier than Dillian White, but
exactly, and that may be me playing Monday morning quarterback, but it still doesn't make me wrong. In fact, it might make me more right because it's after the fact. I think that you look at it, and all you have to say is, do you feel comfortable putting the Andy Ruiz we saw on Saturday night against a Dillian White that we just saw? And the answer is no. It's emphatically no.
What?
Not right.
What?
Not on Saturday night.
What?
To build off of that win and put him in against Dillian White, sure. But
Listen,
that Andy that we saw needs work.
No,
you said it yourself.
I'm with
he
you.
needs work.
I'm with you. Listen.
You would have gotten Andy, with the flat tire.
I wouldn't have put Andy in there with Dillian the first fight. But we can go now. Send me that $5 million offer now.
Back to back, like right now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, because you was talking champ. You was talking different fight. You were talking Negron. You think, listen, Dillian White ain't no Negron.
Dillian White ain't Negron, but you right. Dillian White ain't Negron. He's not the only Puerto Rican active heavyweight out here. You right.
No, as far as commercial, that's fine, but as far as talent.
Listen, this is what I gotta understand. Why could the UK do Billy Joe Saunders and James DeGale or whoever the fuck they be fighting at 10-0 and sell it out? This is what we gotta do. They said that the PBC is pandering. Let them keep pandering. Pander to a certain audience. You don't gotta cater to the whole boxing universe. You could just cater to the little fighters. You could just cater to, the Mexican people. You could just cater to Puerto Rico. Like, you ain't gotta give everybody everything. You don't have that sort of arsenal to do it anyway. You gotta get in where you fit in and make your party look the hottest so people want to come there. It's just that simple.
When you put it like that, I 100% agree. And I'm not saying they can't do that fight. All I'm saying is that, again, it's about, should I take $1 million to fight a guy like Arreola at this point where I'm at, knowing that I'm going to need a little more time with my new trainer, know that I still want to come down more in weight, know that I need to figure out how I feel at this weight, how I'm moving, how I'm absorbing punches, all that stuff. Dillian White ain't the one to test while you're trying to test yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only point I'm really trying to make.
I'm
it's
just saying Dillian
maybe
White,
$10 million or something like that.
Dillian
$5 million, you're going to get that.
Dillian White has showed flaws. $5 million,
True.
We work out pay-per-view back end. We make sure we could do it pay-per-view on the U.S., pay-per-view on the UK side. Nah, that's a good offer, man. Jump on that. And he's got the tools to beat Dillian White. Obviously, we see the left hook, man. You see the left hook. It was on display. It's there. That same left hook hurt Dillian White with the Povetkin power. This left hook will hurt Dillian White because he does multiple punch combinations. Minimum 3 punches. And it don't matter that you know that that's what he do. It matters that you ain't used to the hand speed of a heavyweight coming at you this fast. Like, it's just that simple. That's what Andy got going for him. His hands are faster than the average heavyweight. So when he puts the 3-punch combination, they getting clipped. They getting clipped. And we seen Saturday, he does not have to stop you to win. Just because it's heavyweight boxing, yeah, you want him to get the knockout, but it's still a race to 7, man. It's still a race to 7. We got some super chats. We going out to Ronald Finkley, who says, TB Vietnam. Ortiz, boxing glove with the 1. So I guess he's picking Ortiz over Ruiz. What Rep It says, PBC should match Wilder versus Arreola and King Kong versus Ruiz. Arreola mentioned he thinks he can take out Wilder in a rematch post-fight versus Andy.
Nah, let's calm it down with that. Arreola looked good, but he didn't look that good. Like, he did a lot of things that make me excited, but not like he hasn't rebuilt his image in my mind so much so that a Deontay Wilder fight now seems...
Especially not off a loss. Like, at least if he would have beat Andy, we could run with something like that. But, like, you telling me you don't even beat Andy and you want us to believe you could beat Wilder. But look...
But does he get more credit off a Martin win or an Arreola win coming off of what he did?
But I'm going to tell you this, man. Wilder need a tune-up. So, Arreola it is.
Okay, and that's what I was trying to say is like, okay, Martin falls within that tune-up for a guy like Wilder. Arreola falls within that tune-up for a guy like Wilder. So, for me, it's like, what tune-up do you get more out of? Arreola could be more financially lucrative. We could make that argument. But... what fight is harder to sell to me? I think it's the Arreola. Again, I don't think he did enough to make warrant in my mind, and those are the hardcore fans that he could do it.
I mean, I don't know about Warrington, but he definitely did enough to earn another tune-up position. Like, we're arguing whether or not he's a decent tune-up for Wilder coming off of his own 2-year layoff or 1-year layoff.
True.
I think that's I think he showed that he wouldn't be an easy tune-up. And I think he showed that, he's going to make a good fight. So, yeah, he deserves to be a tune-up, whether that be for Fury or Wilder.
If they're going to do it, they got to go balls to the wall. They got to do a Mexico independence, like sell it the way that we know Floyd would sell it. Like, that's how they got to do it.
What they need to do is put their egos to the side. Do what the young man said. Do Wilder, Arreola, September, Andy, Luis Ortiz on the undercard, and even throw Ottawa Wildin and maybe Charles Martin, and then Mike Polite Coffey and Gerald Washington. All heavyweight card, Let's go. Matchroom's done it. If you go through their cards, they've done all heavyweight attractions, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with
I like that,
PBC doing that.
But does Andy?
Well, that's why I said they got to put their egos to the side because they're
building.
building.
That's what I'm saying.
They're building for the greater good. This time,
We'll
get on pay-per-view together. We'll split this pay-per-view. Yeah, cool. You headline. I already just headlined the other pay-per-view. I'm gonna split these buys with you because I'm on the undercard. Next pay-per-view, if these numbers are right, the undercard winner meets the main event winner. You know what I mean? Derek Lincoln, $5 super chat says Ortiz beats Andy and White, but Andy versus White, that is a great fight. And I don't know who wins that fight. That is just a sit back and watch. Andy versus White. He don't know who wins, but he does think Ortiz beats Andy and White. I don't know, man. I don't know, Ortiz be riding high off those Wilder losses, man. He's like the new Diego Chavez, man. I need to see him get a win, you know what I'm saying, over like a top heavyweight, you know what I mean? Like, and look, don't make it a boring fight either. Like, get the win, man. Make it exciting. At least Andy made it exciting, whether that came from him getting knocked down or him throwing combination punches, but it was exciting.
Word.
What Rep It says, White chin is glass. And punching exchange, Ruiz KOs him. So he said basically saying that if they punch at the same time, if Andy punches with Ruiz, with White, Andy could possibly knock out White because he believes White's chin is a glass, but
because Povetkin hit him with the shot that
No.
98% of heavyweights go night
well,
on.
not even Povetkin. It's two knockouts that he has, but they're both to big punches. So I am with you. I believe that doesn't indicate that he doesn't have a solid chin because he was stopped by Joshua, who has like a 90% KO ratio, and then because he was stopped by Povetkin, who also has a very high KO ratio. Two men known for knockouts, and one guy loses to them via knockout. Not surprising, ladies and gentlemen. Not surprising.
Word. Coach Myers with the next super chat says Katie Taylor got 1.2 million for the presumed rematch and 1.3 or 1.4 or 1.5 for the Gutierrez fight. Katie been getting the bag. I knew the presumed that she had got that, but I had kind of glossed over it. But that's impressive. That's very impressive. That's the thing is Katie has such a big following. I had no idea how big her following was until about a couple years ago, or maybe last year. It's she's got a big fan base. It's
Damn.
crazy.
Yo, $1 million? Has Clarissa ever gotten $1 million? And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. When we had Mark Taffet on, I'm like, Mark, man, like, do you consider when the contract? Oh no, Salita's done wonders. Yo, it's all good and dandy that Salita was the first one to give you that shot. First one to take that chance. But if he can't take you any further, he can't take you any further, man.
Word.
You feel me? Like, bruh. Listen, man, since we talking females and Clarissa, shout out to my girl, Shadasia Green, who's improved her record now to 8-0 with 7 KOs. They will not be able to deny her an opportunity any longer. Right now, I'm screen sharing.
Let's hope.
Somebody that I want to see her fight. I don't think she should give Alejandra Jimenez an opportunity right away. Like, I don't want her to get her opportunity and it be versus Alejandra Jimenez, who just fought and tested positive versus Franchon Cruz. But I still do want to see Jimenez back in the ring. And I want Shadasia Green to fight Jimenez when it means something so that y'all can see just how bad she is, because, you would see where she's at because you've seen Alejandra and you've seen Franchon. But Shadasia got the knockout in Colombia, and she's doing it all on the muscle, man. All on the muscle. No fancy promoters, no big, managers to speak of. She's getting it done, and she's improved. And you know what? Go look at the opposition. Not much different from a Savannah Marshall's opposition. Knockout ratio right there with Marshall. Remember, she was a heavyweight in the Olympics. I've been singing her praise now for a few years. And again, I believe her time is coming. It would make all the sense in the world for Matchroom to sign her. She can make huge fights with Alejandra Jimenez, who's on the DAZN side with Golden Boy. She can make huge fights with Savannah Marshall, who's on the Matchroom and DAZN side. She can make a big fight with Franchon Cruz, who's with Golden Boy and DAZN. She can make a decent fight with Mariciela Cornejo if they want to act like Shadaza's not ready, or they want to act like Shadaza's resume doesn't represent what her skills are, or what I'm saying her skills are. Would jump on it and act like she's a tune-up for Mariciela Cornejo and let her knock out Cornejo and put her name on the map. But this massive girl, Eileen Sedarus, Alicia Napoleon. I mean, all these girls could fight this girl. So hopefully they give her her opportunity, because at 8-0, 7 KOs, she's a woman. So most women getting title shots at 5-0. Mom got a title shot at 5-0. So if you think Mom was more declarated, more skilled, if her 5 opponents that her husband got, those strippers that never fought before, if you think those females were better than Shadazia's talent, well, then give her a shot. Let her be somebody's tune-up so you can see them belts exchange hands real quick. All I'm saying is, 8-0, 7 KOs. It's time for these promoters to stop playing games. And it's true, Rob. No one knows her yet. But people that say no one knows her are people that are afraid. You're afraid. You're afraid what she represents and what she represents to your favorite female fighter. Because you know her. You know me. You know me longer than I've been talking about her. So that means you've been listening to me talk about her from the very minute I spoke of her. So you know her. You should have let someone who didn't know her say that, but you said it because you are fearful, because she represents a challenge for your girl, Savannah Marshall. And y'all can laugh, but we shall see. Time is coming.
You ain't lying.
Time is coming.
Hold on.
Francis in the building.
Let me tell y'all right now, because Shadasia Green's a monster, man. And if you don't know, oh, baby, you're about to find out just how much of a monster she is, man. She can fight her ass off, and you know what I'm saying? And I just can't wait for her to get the opportunity, like you said, against, you know what I mean, Alejandro and those fighters. If they fight her now without, like, fighting a couple more big fights on that level, they in trouble, man, because the experience that she's going to take from that moving to the next fight is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to her make some splash. And in terms of Savannah Marshall, that's a tough-ass fight for Savannah Marshall, even right now. Give her 3-4 more fights. Oh, God almighty. Yo,
it's a tough fight for Shadasia. It's a tough fight for Shadasia because I'm not sitting here lying and saying that Shadasia is ready. Shadasia's not fighting on the level of stage that Savannah's fighting on. Savannah's fighting in front of thousands, being viewed by millions. But
Shadasia has a vast amateur career, so
Absolutely.
she's fought in places where there's like a lot of people. And listen, I'm not as familiar with Shadasia. Like, I know Ness has been singing her praises for years, and that's why she is special to me, because she's, in my opinion, she's TBV fam. Rob Brandt, Jamel Herring, all these people I consider, TBV fan. But the thing is Shadasia is starting to really make a splash. Her name is popping up on more and more fantasy booking type stuff in America, specifically people from the East Coast, but in America, definitely her name is starting to get a little more buzz. I'll put it this way. Shadasia's name means more today than it did 6 months ago. And then it did a year ago.
Absolutely.
Like, for sure. And by far. I mean, you could say that, she is really...
She's worth signing. She's worth signing right now, because if you don't sign her, you can end up in a situation where she's in a mandatory position with your fighter. And now you lose your belt. So you better sign her in case the belt switches hands. Listen, she's in the same stable as Khalil Cole, who just was signed in Matchroom. You know what I'm saying? If they seen anything in Khalil Cole, they'll see just as much in Shadasia Green, who I guarantee you spars with Khalil Cole. You understand? Like, people just don't know, but that's okay. That's okay, because that's what makes boxing special, man. Like, dudes come out of anywhere and females come out of anywhere, and they get to put on. Hey,
real quick though, before y'all go.
But I see a lot of hate from you, Rob. It's crazy, because this is supposed to be the UK producer, so I don't know. For him, he might think that he's just being honest, but he's like, oh, no one knows her. She's fighting in a barn. She needs a profile. I'm not fearful. Agreeing with you, she needs picking up by a big promoter, but she is fighting under the radar right now, is all I'm saying. She was fighting in a farm outbuilding, bro. Yeah. And you see, what you are, I guess, picking fun at is what I specifically am admiring. She's doing it alone, right? She's getting these fights, sort of like Chris Lovejoy, and maybe that's a bad comparison, especially for you, because, Chris Lovejoy is a running joke amongst the hardcore community, but you have to respect a person that puts themselves in position. And, she's done that. She's done that. And the talent is there. It speaks for herself. Her amateur background is there. She's been in sparring camps with Christina Hammer, with Shadasia, with Clarissa Shields, Franchon Cruz. They all know her. They all have been in the ring with her. So it's just a matter of time. Is all. Listen, I'm only reporting
she's
that she
fighting-
got to win Saturday. She fought in Colombia. She got to win. So I'm not just randomly plugging her. I'm keeping you up to date that she improved the record, got another stoppage by body shot. Now, again, if she was with Matchroom, fighting on Savannah Marshall cards, knocking out the same people she knocking out, she would be bigger. It's just that simple.
No, you're absolutely right.
Her opposition
The
is
thing
on
is-
par with everyone else's.
Definitely. And the thing is, like, look, she's about to fight Latasha Burton, who's been in the ring with Franchon Cruz, right? Who you just mentioned as a possible opponent. She's about to, she's also been in the ring with Raquel Miller, somebody that we're very familiar with here on the show. So, Cornejo, who you had mentioned earlier as well. So this is a person with almost 20 fights. And the other part about it too is you got to think about it. Female boxers, they get their shot like that. Like, it's like a thing where it turns. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there isn't a lot of building time for them. Plus, the divisions are usually a little older. She's young, dog. Like, she's only 31.
Look at
That's super
Ebony,
young
though.
compared to everybody else.
Ebony just got put on the stage, and this is what I'm saying. Like, if Matchroom was smart, they just signed Khalil Cole. Whoever seen Khalil Cole went to that gym. They seen her. So it's like you signed Ebony, you gave her that one fight, and then you gave her a title shot because you need women. It's inventory. Hate to say it, but they need inventory in the women's divisions to make these fights a little more appealing. Listen, if I had a perfect world, I would put her in with Mariciela Cornejo first. Beautiful barometer. She's been in with a lot of girls. Franchon Cruz, a lot of people. And I don't think she gets stopped, right? Has Mariciela ever been stopped?
I was actually about to check right now.
I don't think she's ever been stopped, man.
While y'all looking, man, let me jump in here real quick while y'all looking, man, because this right here is a little bit different. This is for everybody out there, I'm saying, that, is into the positivity, into the love, man. Bullet, bop. Big up yourself, whether they're yard, or they're abroad. Big up your damn self. Big up yourself wherever you are around the world. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Thank you to my loading saver for another one, man. Because without him, none of this would be possible, man. Shout out to everybody out there right now rocking. We had a decent weekend of boxing, man. I'd like to say a good weekend of boxing. So I'm really excited for the following weekend coming up for boxing, where, let's say the best in boxing puts on a show for the world. What's going on? Listen, fellas, did you guys find out if she got knocked out yet?
Yeah, she's never been knocked out, so that could be something that Shadeja shoots for.
But she's on a 2-fight losing streak, and she's lost 3 out of her last 4.
Nah, but this women's boxing, man, she's a common opponent. She's been in the ring with Franchon Cruz. She's been in the ring with who else here?
She was in
Kylie
with
Reese, former world champion, Latasha Burton, Tiffany Ward.
Burton.
She's been in the ring with enough common opponents that it could make a name for our girl Shadeja Green.
Nah, it's like you said, if they want to play it some kind of way, like, oh, she not big enough or whatever, that's a good fight right there. You got the Los Angeles spot they could do it in. I think that she's a decent draw out there. East Coast is possible. Shadeja been fighting in Texas too. Like, I don't know. For me, I think Shadeja's, she's down a good road. Getting exposure. Definitely, it would help if she was on DAZN. Definitely would help if she was on ESPN. But I don't think she needs that right now. Like,
it
she doesn't
would,
have to
but
have
listen,
it to get there.
It would, but her story's gonna be so much better when they finally sign her, because they gonna throw her them tune-ups to show her off. And then they gonna be talking like, it's gonna be one of them girls. Like, very rare do you see girls like 10-0, So it's just gonna sound better on television and with the broadcasters. But I think it was Carlito or Earthquake made a very good point. They said all you got to do is listen to the fighters when they speak of her. It tells you all you need to know, man. It's unfortunate that we have a person that fighters believe is that talented people believe is that talented and still hasn't gotten an opportunity. Crazy. Because let me tell you, I've gone above and beyond. I've put her name and information in the hands of Lou DiBella and Dimitri Salita. And nothing, but both of them have invested people, right? So, whether Lou DiBella doesn't want to sign her because he doesn't want her to beat up Alicia Napoleon, and maybe the same could be said about Salita, but that doesn't make sense in the boxing world. As a promoter, you rather sign the person that can possibly beat your person so that you keep the monopoly, so to speak. But that was your little women's boxing daily update. And
good update. Good update.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I gotta find my Jake Paul update because I seen there's something out here going on with Jake and Canelo. If you guys have seen that already, then bring it up so we could give our daily Jake Paul update. Because I don't know, maybe him. I know him and Canelo have a beef. Like, he thinks Canelo hates him. Canelo doesn't like YouTube boxers. I wonder, will the day ever come that Jake gets big enough where Canelo is like, I'm gonna fight him to prove that like he's a YouTuber bum, but he's also doing it because he's like, fuck it, it's financially lucrative. I don't think he does. He seems like a dude with very high morals, and I don't think he'll ever give him a fight. But yeah, so I'm gonna address a lot of.
I don't think that has nothing. Not to cut you, Ness. I don't think that anything has nothing to do with morals more than it has to do with. Just don't make no sense. I mean,
what?
It don't make no sense.
Why don't it?
Because, huh?
Why don't it?
Because it's not about the money for him. So it'd have to be about the love for the sport. It have to be about the competition, and that ain't no competition. So it would be merely just to, to satisfy the fans that are asking him to do it. But Canelo himself,
he can make it with a twist, man. Listen, you never leave money on the table, man. I told Wilder that about the fucking Dillian White fight and the Derek Chisora fight. So for Canelo, I'm telling him this.
Canelo energy, baby.
Canelo, I'm telling him this, man. Keep the same energy. You got to never leave money on the table. And this is what you do, Canelo. You tell him, yo, we going to up the stakes. You want to fight me? You want to show the world you real? You want your biggest payday ever? No problem. But loser leaves boxing for good. Canelo, no, he ain't going to lose. That ups the stakes. More people are interested. Voila. I mean, I got ideas for days, man. I'm a Gemini. It's all good. You can have that PBC and Dazn free. See that? Triller. Take it away. Free. Up the stakes, Mario. Both of these dudes reading. So neither one of y'all like that. Like you, like that's the. Think about it. The man, you ain't gotta digest it. Think about it. The man who says YouTube boxing is dumb, YouTube boxing is whack. Well, you be the dude to get rid of YouTube boxing. You be the dude to be like, yo. You be the dude to be like, look, I'ma end all this clown shit. This dude's a circus. He running around here picking and choosing, trying to act like he's one of us. I'ma end it. I'ma give him his biggest payday. But the loser, you out the sport for good.
Yo, you wanted to have a loser retires match? Yo. That would be
it will
the
up the
dopest
stakes.
Thing I've ever seen in boxing.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Canelo's like, yo, he's this the build-up. Canelo, Eddie Reynoso, Canelo. Dazn, this is the build-up right here. This is the build-up right here for Canelo. This is the reason for Canelo. This is the sport I love. You see, I started my brand, no boxing, no life. This clown coming in here and he's tainting my sport. He's turning it into a circus. And because all these other people are not bigger than me, right? So they can't get in a real fight with Jake. Jake picks. But if it's me, I pick. So Jake, come on. And guess what? Loser, bye-bye. Biggest payday, but you got to go. And that's it. You end it right then and there. Big super chat. Big super chat from the main event fighter Marcus Robert Johnson, who says, just won my fight this weekend. Threw a lot of punches and moving. So Corey, man, see what's he's in for. I'll show Corey more respect in the ring because he deserves it. But just know my gas tank on diesel. Damn, that means it's serious. Can I get the link? Give me the link. Give me the link. Text it to me, champ. Let me see the fight.
Put on the chat.
Yeah, for sure, man. So go ahead.
Did you read the Twin Munoz? Do y'all think Jonas deserves? Okay.
Read it out.
Twin Munoz with the super chat said, "Do y'all think Jonas deserves Taylor rematch?" I do. So do I. I don't know if it makes sense to happen right now.
I don't.
Nah, y'all tripping, man.
She could.
Y'all chasing. See, and this is what I'm saying.
I like
this
Jonas.
is why
I like her, but she does not deserve a rematch.
This is why I'm saying
I hear you.
sign Shadeja Green, so that when Marshall is in a decent fight, you're not asking yourself, "Oh, should Marshall rematch this girl?" No, move on. We only want. Like, people are only asking for a rematch because there's really no opponents for Katie. But it's not like Jonas looks scared to me, man. She looks scared of the power of Katie. Katie just looked more like aggressive. Her punches like more velocity, more ferocity. Like, she was just more fearless, man. She wanted to hurt Jonas.
She let her hands go more too.
Yeah, absolutely. Her activity was crazy, man. Her activity was crazy. She showed. Listen, I
punched all night, and I think that was the problem for her.
I had issues with Taylor in the past, and I kind of still do. She smothers her work. She leads with her head. A lot of headbutts in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you gotta respect her.
It wasn't that close, twin. It wasn't that close. It wasn't that close of a fight.
It wasn't close in my opinion.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight. I don't know if the cards were close
to you.
But
were they close? Was that a close fight to you?
Not on the scorecards, no. I think it was a competitive fight. I don't think it was a closely fought fight.
Nah, she got her, man. Now, mind you,
she was tentative, man. She barely let her hands go, man. Y'all tripping.
I thought she looked a little nervous when the scorecards were being read, though, Francis. You didn't think so? Like, because I had the volume off and I couldn't find the remote. I was like, damn, let me get the scorecards.
It's the UK. You have to be scared. You just got to. They go anyway and anytime. That shout out to the UK judges, man. You know, they be doing it crazy here, there, and everywhere. Let's go. I think we got another one.
Another one.
Let's see. Further up next. I obviously I can't see it.
Let's see. MRJ Boxing, I got that one. No, I think that's it. The one from Coach Myers we read, the Katie Taylor one.
So yeah, man. Yo, listen, let me give you guys my take real quick because I didn't on Andy Ruiz. I thought his performance was looked like a dude that's been out the ring for a while. He believed in the hype of, what he's done in the gym. But when he realized that the fighter in Chris Arreola standing across the ring from him was game, it changed a lot for him. And you know what I'm saying? And he had to go back on things that he knew. And good thing he was in good condition because Chris Arreola came to do work, man. He came to do work. It was a good performance for me. A lot closer than whatever the judges were talking about. But Andy definitely showed the youth and the faster hands. But at times they I don't know, it was kind of sloppy. What do you guys think? That's my take on it. In terms of Ortiz and Wilder, Andy's not ready yet for either of those guys.
Now,
people
are asking for the rematch.
It's going to be more of a one-sided fight than competitive. Now, I mean, Luis Ortiz is a southpaw, and he's been doing it for years, man. You know what I mean? And he don't really get hit like that. So how Andy going to be able to put those punches together? And if he wasn't really hitting on Chris Arreola like that, you understand what I'm saying? Chris Arreola's face didn't look like he got beat up. Yeah, little cuts and little, things here and there. What do you guys think?
I think that Chris is not ready for. Andy's not ready for a Wilder right now. I would prefer perfect world.
Right.
I don't even know why they want Luis Ortiz. He's a southpaw. So perfect world, it would be like Carlos Negron. Because that's another tune-up.
Love that Negron fight.
Yeah, because that's another tune-up. You know why? Guess why? Because the tune-up that we plant for you, it didn't go the way Enrique Casual Fan Church thought. And that's what the casual fans thought, that Andy was going to knock out Arreola. And in fact, he got dropped. So you know what? We're going to reset, give you Negron, Puerto Rico versus Mexico, free Fox. It don't got to be pay-per-view. I'm not asking to lose money. Free Fox. Pander to the Puerto Ricans. Let's bring them right back. Pander to the Puerto Ricans in June or end of July, something around there. Bring Andy right back in the summer, make it easy to lose weight, and let him work on another few things with the Negron fight. Then go Lewis, then go Wilder. You know what I'm saying? But
What
you
about-
don't really need Lewis. He's a southpaw. Like, what you gonna fight Lewis to then fight Wilder? Like, that don't make sense.
What about Wallin?
He ain't no player, man. He ain't no player. He just crush a lot. You know, he made he made Fury bleed. That's all. He can't get no Andy. Doggy, Andy's a franchise. Not anybody could just get. At least Lewis got the Wilder pay-per-view. Wilder, he got a lot. And Luis Ortiz is 42. You know what I'm saying? He's 42 too. You know, even though we don't want a southpaw, we don't need a young dude right now. We take a 42-year-old man.
Right.
You know? Yo, but since I couldn't find no legit Jake Paul news, I do know that his most recent post is him still trying to get a fight with UFC heavyweight.
Connor?
Nah, the heavyweight.
Ngannou.
Oh, the heavyweight.
Ngannou.
No, it's the one that Jones beat.
Usama?
Francis?
Usama.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Daniel Cormier.
Nah, he want to fight Usama now.
Usman.
Oh,
Usman.
Usman. So what is
Yeah,
he?
he's not a heavyweight though.
What weight is he? What weight is he?
Welterweight.
He's a welterweight.
But that's in UFC term. That's
175, right?
170.
170. Thank you.
Okay, so he could fight Jake. What
Yeah,
do you think about his stand-up game?
It's way better than it used to be.
just
Way
knocked
better
it
than
out,
it used
so
to
I don't know.
He
What?
just knocked out Masvidal with one of the
Something
most
shadow rap.
perfect
Yeah, I
punches
seen that.
you'll
seen
ever
that.
see in the UFC.
But
Some
that's
Deontay
also
was-
UFC gloves, though. That's also UFC gloves. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
know what? Watch it. The timing was perfect. The extension, he caught him at the right moment.
yeah, but
I mean, it was picture perfect.
Masvidal was also being cocky. He was making faces, had his hands down, and he was
for
also
sure.
baiting. He was
Yup,
baiting Usama
absolutely.
in so he could counter him with the left, and he didn't time it right. But again, those are 4-ounce UFC gloves. Is he ready for my man Jake the Snake Paul?
No,
Oh shit! So Jake beats this guy.
not in a boxing match.
Let's get
Not in a
this
boxing
fight
match.
then. Why he
Yeah.
ducking Jake?
Y'all tripping.
Why he ducking Jake?
Because Usman was always known as like a more.
I'll take out a second mortgage on that. Y'all tripping.
Yo, that's.
Tripping, yo.
So wait, so you saying
Why-
Jake
Why
loses
would
to
it put at least
Usama?
like a quarter of
Say that again,
that?
sorry?
Jake loses to Usama?
Yeah, of course, man.
You keep calling him. It's Usman.
It's fine,
I
man.
thought it was
Usman.
Osama bin Laden. Nah, I'm fucking with
Yo,
you.
I know you were butchering his name. He did it
Yo.
on purpose the whole
Of course
time.
you did.
Oh, Sway, you think he beating Jake too?
Y'all tripping, man. Yo, we got a super
Damn.
chat, man. Super chat
Right.
from
Yo,
Mike.
because Jake out here acting like Usama. I mean, Usman is ducking him. He said he posted something on his IG. Let me find it for y'all, cause you know, Jake.
Well, let me
Snake.
read this
Well,
super
why you
chat
do that?
while you
Go ahead.
find it.
Yeah, do
But
your
you
thing.
got it, Mario. You
Okay, we got a super chat from Dual Ingram says, Francis, once again, I'm a Wilder fan, but how many C-level fighters had Wilder losing round after round?
Yeah.
How many? I
I don't know, man. Do another super chat and tell us who was a C-level fighter that he was losing
That
round
was
after
beating him
round.
round
man.
after round. Yeah, I mean, you could talk about, the Ortiz, but Ortiz ain't no C-level fighter. Like,
Mario, you know what happened? They got fucked up with Arreola. They thought when they blew the dust off of his knees and his elbows that he about to be some old rickety-tickety garbage, and he came in there and put work on Andy. Had Andy thinking twice. Like, listen, man, it ain't what you thought it was gonna be, man. I trained hard for this fight, man. This is my
Thinking
opportunity
twice for
this
2
round, man.
rounds, man. Stop the bull crap. He was thinking twice for the second and the third round. He made the adjustment
The second
and
and the
put
third
hands.
round.
Anyway,
Here we
back
go.
to the Jake Paul news, man. So Jake Paul posted on his social media. He said it's clear Usman is scared because he knows Disney created the #1 recording artist in the world, Olivia Rodrigo, and the #1 prize fighter in the world, Jake Paul. So obviously it's a little spin, whoever this girl is that I don't know, but he says, keep making your money, young man, and stay on that side. I ain't no Disney kid and I don't play fighting. And that's Usman saying that to my mans in them, Jake. So Jake responded back with what I just read. So, like, why do you think Usman doesn't want this fight when Jake already proved that he made more money than any UFC fighter not named Conor and whatever the other dude name was?
Because he don't want to cash out. He don't want to cash himself out by fighting a boxing match. There's no reason to put himself. Listen, you're talking about possibly the pound for pound best fighter in MMA. Like, do I think Jake could win? Sure. Do I think he definitely wins? Hell no. Not against a guy like Usman, who's probably also one of the best athletes to ever fight combat sports. You have to look at it. I think it's that, Usman knows that he can continue making money down the UFC line.
But not the right money, right? How much is he making? Can somebody tell me?
Yeah, but that fight will always be there, though. In boxing, if he goes and fights boxing right now, gets knocked out, his value as a UFC fighter as a whole takes a dip. He wants to.
But if he knocks out Jake, his value goes up. He only got 2 million followers. Jake's sitting on like 20, man.
Yeah, but that's like saying, yo, if LeBron could just go out there and catch one pass for a touchdown, he'll be thought
LeBron's,
like,
LeBron's an athlete. LeBron's an athlete. He can fuck around and do it. He can fuck around and catch a touchdown pass, man. Bo Jackson played 2 sports.
He might, but guess what? He also might get lifted into the 4th fucking row by some big ass linebacker.
Hey, yo, man, I'm behind Jake, man. I'm behind Jake. Jake out here.
Listen, we're talking
Jake,
about it on fight week of Canelo Sanders. You definitely behind Jake.
I'm behind Jake. Listen, I'm behind Jake. Listen to me. Fight week doesn't start till Tuesday. That's arrivals. Wednesday is, media workout. Thursday is final press conference. Friday is the weigh-in. Saturday is the fight. That's how things normally go. That being said, I'm behind Jake the Snake, a.k.a. Kill all MMA fighters. See, I don't want to see him fight boxers. He's killing MMA fighters. And that's okay to me. Because MMA dudes loved when poor lights out James Toney was broke and needing money, they baited him in. Man. They baited him in. So now we got Jake. You ain't gotta be broke and poor. Jake represents a huge payday, the biggest of your fucking MMA career. So keep baiting him in, Jake. We behind you 110%. Jake for president.
We not. What?
You crazy. As long as he's smoking MMA dudes, I'm dead.
All right. Listen, I hear you, champ. Oh man, I don't know. This has gotten so crazy, dog. This has gotten so crazy. Yo, real quick, a super chat from MRJ Boxing says, and this is in a response to when Ness asked for the fight link. He said, pound for pound editing the videos. When they get uploaded to YouTube, I got y'all. Hashtag TBV. Look forward to meeting y'all and watching the Canelo fight. Three fist emojis.
Cool, because that's where we're going to be there Saturday. I was about to tell you that.
Word.
Dual Ingram says, Francis.
I got that one, champ.
Oh. I ain't even
hear that. I did it in backwards order, like dummy.
All good. Let me see. Did we get to everybody there? Because I think I seen the other one where he said y'all missing a point. Did we get to that one?
I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, I think MRJ Boxing says y'all missing a point. Y'all missing one big fact. Dana has all UFC fighters under contract. They can't even entertain something they have zero control over.
That's a good point.
So Ben Askren got it because he was retired?
Yeah, Ben Askren was done. Masvidal retired him. See, that's a good ass narrative right there. Because you fought Ben, the dude that Masvidal crushed. And it's like, oh, you beat that dude. But can you beat the dude that just beat the shit out of Masvidal? We don't know, champ.
He should bait Masvidal in. He should bait Masvidal. Masvidal is a street fighter.
Huge, dog. I don't think they make it to the fight. I think they end up fighting before. I think something happens at the weigh-ins.
Well, Masvidal, get the message out to him. He better calm down. Talking about he gonna fight before the fight. He just got slept. He better chill. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in with that attitude.
You was loving that night.
Yo, let me go to counterpunch from Mr. PBC. What up?
Once again, you don't know shit about shit. I don't think he wants anything to do with Usman. Usman broke the jaw of a Trump supporter. He knocked a dude out with a jab and had him crying and kissing his feet. He just knocked out Masvidal, who was underneath the undercard of Kimbo Slice back in the day in the streets.
So take the
come
fight.
on, man.
Why you got this
you,
kid?
You
why
always
you got
push
this kid out
narratives you
here
don't
disrespecting
know.
you? Then I'm screen sharing.
You always ride with the lighter skin.
We gotta make it
you
a race
always,
thing. We gotta make it a
You
race
sound like a
thing.
white boy. You
So
don't
now
know
it's a
nothing
white
about
boy.
Usman.
Now it's about white
You
boy. Why
don't
he don't
know
beat this white
you
boy?
don't know.
Why he don't beat that
I'm
white
trying to
boy?
let you know.
Why he don't beat
nothing
that
about
white
Usman.
boy? Why he don't beat that
He
white
can.
boy? That white boy
He can.
represents the
Usman
biggest check.
isn't Ben Askren. Usman wasn't
That
retired.
white boy represents the
Usman
biggest
is not-
check of his life.
Let's bet. Cause
That white boy represents the biggest check of his life.
You never know shit.
That's what that white boy represents.
Let's bet.
That's what that white boy represents. The biggest check of his life.
Put
Let's
your
bet
money
that.
where your mouth
Let's
is.
bet that. Let's bet that.
Man, you
Nah,
scared,
man, you
I
scared.
knew it.
Let's bet that.
Funny
Let's
style,
bet that.
nigga.
Let's bet that. Let's bet he make more money with Jake
No, I already
Paul.
said let's bet. Let's bet. Jake Paul.
Let's bet he make more money with Jake Paul than he do in the UFC. Let's go. Why he ducking? Why he ducking? That's a duck. That's a duck. Listen. Let's be real. Let's be real.
That's not a duck.
It don't matter what sport you win. It don't matter what sport you play. If you being offered more money, if you gonna make more money than what you making, and you get in the fight a novice, like how you don't want it? Wait a minute. So you telling me I'm gonna make more than I made in UFC, and I'm gonna fight a dude that don't got no fighting background? His background is Disney and YouTube.
That's the difference with boxing and other sports.
Nah.
Right.
That's the difference between you and me. I call a duck a duck.
But you're not talking about the risk, though. You talking about all the reward, but you're not talking about the risk.
You ducking.
Like, yo,
you a grown ass
into
man.
another sport
You a grown ass
and
man.
you in your bag in the other sport. Like,
you a grown ass man, and you got this kid on his million plus, 15 million plus social media, ripping you apart.
Your child.
Hey, yo, listen, he made it to my timeline. He made it to my timeline.
Your timeline. Congratulations.
No, you see, but you gotta understand, he made it to my timeline, which means he made it to my platform, which means it's international. You know what I'm saying? Vito in Malaysia listening to this. Carlito in UK listening to this. Everybody is being now put up on game that this dude is ducking. You ducking. Now, if somebody don't come out and show me that he can't fight because UFC contract won't allow and all this yippity yada hoodity hoodoo, all right. Because if you legally cannot fight, that's different.
Legally. Yo, that's what Brandon Lenz is saying in his super chat. Says, no way Dana lets Usman fight Jake Paul. How does your champion look if he gets knocked out by a YouTuber?
But why everybody? This is why I love boxing. Everybody is saying Mario is a host, and he's talking about, it ain't worth it. His MMA career could be over if he loses. Now this one's talking about if he gets knocked out. Why y'all even thinking that this fucking champion who's been doing it, did any real boxing fan think Floyd was gonna lose to McGregor? No. But here y'all all thinking that a dude that's been doing MMA his whole fucking life is about to lose to a YouTuber. Y'all ain't got you guys have zero. Let me just say you have zero confidence in Usama. Zero.
Yo,
I'm the one riding with the YouTuber. I'm riding with the YouTuber. Y'all scared. Look at him, y'all. That's the faces of scared MMA fans. This dude's a YouTuber. The other dude called him a white boy. He got 3 fights and none of them is boxers and y'all scared. Yo, MMA is going to shit when y'all that scared, man. Counterpunch from this dude over here in Seattle.
Yo, shout out to Usman, man. He got a perfect win last fight. I'm never scared. I want to see the fight. I mean, the dude Usman just destroyed his whole division, and now he has to re-beat the dudes he just beat. So I want to see him. I don't want to see him fight Conor McGregor and all that other stuff. Let's see the fight, and you'll finally start learning some stuff. Ben Askren's never been that dude. I don't know why the reason why he didn't take the fight with Masvidal, because I think they're best friends or something like that. I would rather see Masvidal before the Ben Askren, but I'd rather see it than Nick Diaz. Thank you.
But can you answer that? Why is he ducking Jake Paul if he's being offered? He's gonna make more money, and this dude doesn't have a fighting background.
I think what's going on in UFC, that boy, the Trump supporter dude, is trying to force Dana White to get that rematch going on. And that's what's taking a lot of these big fights. Did you
answer the question? Or because you started talking politics, I said why if he gonna make more money to fight Jake Paul, is he not fighting Jake Paul?
Hey, I mean, I don't know the logistics of what's going on, but I'm ready to see it. Okay. I don't give a fuck about what's going on.
So you agree that it's a good fight?
I agree it's a good fight, but once again, I don't agree that Usman is some trash fighter.
I never said that. I never said he's trash at all. Never. And all I'm saying is why he don't want the fight. Jake is publicly calling him out. He's publicly turning it down.
Last time I seen it looked like he wants to fight. I don't know where you're getting the narrative.
Well, here we go. I'll screen share it once again for you. It's his verified Twitter. It's Usman's verified Twitter. He says,
Usman. Come on, man. Stop acting like you're not speaking English.
Keep making your money, young man, and stay on that side. I ain't no Disney kid, and I don't play.
That's not saying you don't want to fight. Come on, man.
He literally said
these narratives you push. My
man. He literally said, keep making your money.
He's trying to let him know that I ain't no joke. If you really want this fight, you're gonna lose,
bruh. Let him take the fight.
Come on, man.
Take the fight.
Let him. I'm not saying
I've extended your counterpunch for like 30 minutes, man, trying to see if you can find a good argument. You cannot. You got no reason as to why this big bad Kasarm Usman is ducking. I have no reason. I can't give a legit reason. Because I thought the only legit reason that existed would be that, he's under contract or Dana doesn't allow it, some weird shit like that we got on paper in an article or something that we could, use as fact. Not just, him saying you stay on that side of the street. Because guess what? When Earl said that, I need your help, Francis. When Earl said that, what happened?
What did they say?
When Earl said he on that side of the street, people said he was ducking Crawford. So let's keep that smoke, man. Let's keep that same energy with this dude.
Whack.
Jake Paul ain't on no different side of the street. He's on the money side, the green print. You want some? Green print.
He's in a different universe. What are you talking about? He's not even on the other side of the street. He's on
the
the other side of the galaxy.
The galaxy of the Benjamin Franklins, man. Galaxy, he's in the crypto galaxy and the Benjamin Franklin galaxy, man.
That's true.
He's in the Triller Stock Exchange, man. You guys are tripping right now, man. Why God don't put an easy fight for me, man? I swear. Come on, man. You telling me my man been working out his whole life. He gonna lose to a YouTuber? I see the other dude. The other dude, Askren, was like, come on, man. He was messed up, right? He had a dad bod. He looked like he was a retired dude. But this guy, you really think this guy can get knocked out by Jake? Man. That says a lot, man. That says a lot, man. For real. That says a lot. It's strange. But hey, we're going to go to these callers, man. Open up these phone lines. We talking Andy and his daddy saying that he could beat Wilder and Luis Ortiz. What are your thoughts? Is it cap or fat? Is it cap or fat? Yo, you stuck your teeth, friends. What you trying to say? Is it cap?
It's cap. Of course it's cap because the trainer said he ain't ready for them, but his dad said he is. Cap, man. Get out of here.
I mean, his dad ain't say he was ready. His dad said that this fight was the start on the road to Andy to get his belts back and that he will beat Wilder and Luis Ortiz. He didn't say when. He just said he will.
Nah. He tripping. He capping for sure. He ain't beating no Wilder. Maybe Luis Ortiz, he catch him 2 years from now. Maybe.
2 years from now? Damn. The disrespect for the Ruiz Jr. Whoa. Coach Myers.
Hold on. You got to remember something. You did say that Andy Ruiz is choosing people now. They're not choosing him because of the status of being the first American.
I don't know.
The lane he's created for himself allows him now to call the shots in most regards. Not all, but most. So why would he not take it the way he wants to? That's why I said about 2 years. If you don't got to take that fight now, why would he?
Well, we got to see how long that lasts. These numbers tell us everything. If these numbers are lower than Tank's, he might not be able to dictate anymore. You know what I'm saying?
But if he can do
that's a good point
based on the fan base. But if he can do that consistent though, at that number, I mean, they might be okay with it.
Now look, we got the screenshots of the money, right? And all we got to do is when the numbers come out, you just do the multiplying, and you got to keep in mind that I bought it on digital, so my $50 and $56.87 goes all to them. They don't split half of that with the provider. So again, on paper, Andy only made $1 million. Arreola only made $300,000. LaManna made $100,000. Esrandri Laura made $300,000. Abel made $200. Omar made $200. Ramos made $150. So they kept that money low. Is all I'm trying to say. When these numbers come in, it don't gotta do a lot to cover the costs.
Cover the cost. Yep.
Just keep that in mind, man. Just keep that in mind.
Super chat from Dr. Plan says, disregard anything Francis says. He thinks Spence beats Canelo. Laughing my ass off.
Speaking of Spence beats Canelo again. After he sold 65,000, he mentioned Earl's name again. Cause he like, yo, we trying to get this 100,000, and I know we could do it with early Spence. Only reason I don't do a show on that is because I ain't giving Earl no more passes, man. He's sitting around. You know what I mean? He need to get in there and fight Ugas or Crawford, man.
It's going down, man. You already know how it go, man. It's going down.
He ain't even announcing fights.
It's going down, man. You just gotta wait. But listen, that's crazy because when
Coach Myers got a super chat that y'all skipped.
Yeah, when you mentioned the biggest fighter in boxing, and then you mentioned Earl's name in it, tells you everything you need to know. But let's get to Coach Myers super
everything
chat.
You need to know, which is what? That your man got options, so he gets to pick.
That he's a big fish.
But your man got options, so he gets to pick, right?
No, he's a big fish. No, he's choosing now. You're not choosing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's choosing, so he's choosing not to fight Terrence Crawford.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You just said he's choosing now.
No, you just tried to tell me that what L's doing is choosing not to fight Crawford because he has the option to choose now, being the boss. But that's not it.
So wait. Let me get it straight.
Hold on.
Let me get it straight. Let me get it straight because you just. I'm trying to digest.
You feel like Errol Spence.
No, I'm trying to digest what you said. You're saying Earl is the big fish. We're gonna go slow so we don't lose each other. Earl is the big fish. Is Earl the big fish? Yes or no?
Of course he's a big fish.
Okay. So because he's the big fish,
the orca, right? But continue, yeah.
Because he's the big fish, he gets to pick now. That's what you said. Am I following so far?
What do you mean he gets to pick now?
His opponents.
Well, except for Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm following you. I don't want to put words.
Terrence Crawford because you have to, yeah, and I would say Terrence too because he's on that level where he's picking you. You're not really picking Terrence.
What?
Yeah, he's on the same level where Terrence picks you.
You said anyone but Pacquiao and Terrence.
Yeah, except for Pacquiao and Terrence.
So you're saying Earl doesn't have the power to choose whether he wants to fight Manny
or Crawford.
Right. Why can't he fight Manny if he wants?
Because Manny has to choose whether or not, as a living legend, he wants to take that fight, being the status that he holds in his career right now. I mean, is that a fight that makes sense for him right now? You know what I mean? What are the wins and what are the losses of taking this fight? There has to be
Pacquiao the A side in that fight.
Well, absolutely. There's no question about that. And for Terrence Crawford, it's the same thing. I mean, Terrence Crawford, you don't choose him; he chooses you.
That's like a split A side.
But Terrence has chosen to fight Earl for 3 years. He wants to fight Earl.
But you got to remember something. Not at the status or the rate at which Earl and his team have negotiated or said or whatever was put out there in the public. That's public knowledge. They were in agreement on it. So
let me ask you. Hold on, real quick. Is it like this? You're saying that in that situation, there are two dudes in the submarine that both got to turn their keys, it can't be like Terrence turning his key or Earl turning his key. Like they both got to turn their keys, right?
Say it again. You got to pause that first.
My bad. So it's like what you're saying is in situations, Earl dictates who he fights, right? It's his decision. But when it comes to the Crawford fight, that's a fight where they both have to decide to fight each other. Like they both have to agree to it. It can't be one picking the other.
But hasn't Crawford decided?
That's what I thought you were saying.
To open that door, you're right. They both got to turn their key, Mario. You're right.
That's
how.
But hasn't Crawford already decided?
That's
Hasn't he been calling them out? Like,
no, but
but that's the point.
No, there hasn't been decided.
It's all good, man. This is why you know.
It's simple, Mario. We got it, but
I'm with Henry. I'm with Henry.
I know what you're saying, Francis. I don't know the point that Ness is trying to make yet.
No, it's all good. Look, I'm not even gonna waste my time. You know.
I was kind of interested to see what you were.
No, because he's basically saying that Earl Spence is a big fish and he gets to pick, and then he's saying, well, he's not really a big fish because he can't pick Pacquiao, and he's not really a big fish because he can't pick Crawford.
So he's saying he's a big fish, but he's not the biggest fish in the pond. Just like, you know.
That's why I just choose to move on. I agree with Henry Cejudo.
Exactly.
Boxing is going to shit. The best fights don't happen. Yep. You know, Crawford and Earl, they'll fight in 2035. And you know, I look forward to MMA fighters fighting Jake Paul, and so does Coach Myers. Coach Myers says in a super chat for $4.99, Jake didn't call out Usman. Usman called out Jake on TMZ and said he'll take care of Jake for Cormier. Then Jake said he accepted, so it's up to Dana. But then after that, obviously I screen shared where your man Usman says, keep your money, stay on your side, blah, 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 cry, 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 cry. All that bullshit where he says, keep your money, young man, and stay on that side. I ain't no Disney kid and I ain't play fighting. But you know it ain't no play fighting in boxing. Come on over here and get sleppity slap.
He said, I ain't no Disney kid.
But he gonna get slept like one. He gonna get put right to sleep like a kid watching Disney. Watch him. Watch him.
You probably right in a different sport. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, yo, because he said he don't play fighting. You don't play boxing.
Remember when we were trying to figure out how we could make it fair? Like this was like 2010, maybe, or maybe even before. And they would like propose, okay, boxers will fight MMA, and the first round will be only boxing. The second round will be like only
whack.
Yeah, that was so stupid. But it's like there's no way to cross these over that make it fair. It's like
you just gotta be a badass. If you a badass in the MMA, you should be a badass right over here in boxing. Guess what? You got less shit to worry about. Ain't no knees and elbows.
What about vice
none of
versa
that.
though? What about vice versa?
Ain't no listen to me,
boxing,
doggy. You not getting it. There is no vice versa. Our sport is bigger. Our sport gets paid better.
More money.
Yeah. Like you doing this for one reason and one reason only, to fucking support you, yourself, and your family. So
I thought you said it was about being a badass. Though, if you're a badass,
no,
you don't care about money as much.
No. Listen to me. Accomplishments and merit comes after financial freedom.
Okay.
Once you have financial freedom, you adjust your goals now, because guess what? Your family's taken care of. So now you adjust your goals to becoming a world champion. Now you adjust your goals to becoming a unified champion. Now this man should adjust his goals to say, I done did it at MMA. I'm going over there to beat this white boy for the most money I done ever had. But he ain't got the balls to say that, because he know that white boy gonna put all types of hands on his ass, like Lil Scrappy said. Gonna put paws on him. Paws! Let's go out to these callers. Stop ducking Jake. Stop ducking Jake. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. Stop ducking Jake, man. I'm telling you. I love it. Listen, if he would have chose another sport, you wouldn't have heard a word out of me. He could have chose to grapple. I wouldn't have never said nothing. Probably one time I'd have laughed like, man, this dude crazy, want to roll around on the floor with it, and kept it moving. Other than that, he chose boxing, baby. He chose boxing, and he taking it serious. You hear real fighters telling you he taking it serious. And we got another super chat from a real boxing fan who says Jake Paul is cyberbullying Usman. Paul KO's Usman. Thank you.
That was from What Rep It.
Thank you. Another boxing fan who knows boxers will sleep that MMA dude. All I'm saying, but we're going to go out to these callers. Remember, we're talking Andy. That was our daily Jake Paul, so it's on you if you want to talk Jake. You know, but we talking Andy and his dad, his father, Andy Sr., saying that Andy beats Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder, and that Arreola was the first fight in the road back to getting Andy to greatness. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. And hey, don't forget, we're in Watertown Saturday. It's going down. Live fight party for Canelo Alvarez. Plus, we'll be back June 12th for Border Wars 11. We got so many fantastic fights. You don't want to miss it. And we still got more press conferences coming. Man, shout out to Adrian Clark. Shout out to Bravos. Shout out to Xavier Miller. Shout out to Francis. Shout out to Mario, who's going to be in a big fight with Show Kid. And Show Kid's defending his IBO ranking. You know that boy ranked now. You know he ranked now. And, you know, I could see the writing on the wall. If Show Kid bodies Mario, I'm going to be looking to matchmake him and Keen back down here in the beautiful state of Florida.
Damn, Francis,
you know
you hear that? He already matchmaking Show Kid. Damn.
In the background, you know.
Hey, yo, you got to make me a believer just like Usman.
All right, champ.
Just like Usman, you got to make me a believer. Right now, you a bodybuilder.
Just like
Do me a favor, man.
Right now, you a bodybuilder, man. Until you show me you're not a bodybuilder, you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, listen, my man.
Hey, I feel good.
My man Show Kid could have showed me what dudes my age call curd. Like he could have bitched up. You know what I'm saying? He could have curved up, put that tail up his ass. Like, nah, Ness, Mario ain't showing up. I ain't fight. I'ma just watch. I'ma be a spectator.
You right. You right about that.
Nah, he was like, who? Him? He said, give me him. I said, no, champ. Nah, don't take that dude. Go with this dude. He said, nah, give me that dude. I said, no, man, go with this dude. And he went with the dude I chose, and you see the fight that he produced. He knocked that boy 7 feet across the ring. Listen, Mario ain't going to be in Wisconsin with us because he's allegedly training. He don't want to miss any days of training. I'm using air quotes, man, because all the pressure's on you. The pressure ain't on Show Kid. Pressure's not on Show Kid, man.
The thing is that's what happened last time, too. It's like, you know, I don't want to travel during this time, like, you know, and fuck up my daily routine, which I've, you know, really gotten good.
But
and
more
I'm
pressure
sleeping
on yourself
when I should be sleeping. I'm, you know, waking up when I'm, and so it's just for me traveling. If I do that and I come back, you know what I mean? So it's just
Francis telling me putting more pressure on himself. Francis telling me putting more pressure on himself, because now dude's gonna be like, damn, you ain't even show up to Wisconsin. You wasn't showing up to work, and you got that ass whooping. Like now you gotta look Canelo good because you been allegedly training so much.
That's the other point too. Is I'm missing money. I'm making it a point to miss work. That's money out of my pocket. Like I'm taking it serious. Like you know, like I would love to go to Wisconsin and party with everybody. And I mean, not party, it's a job too, but you know, see everybody, have fun. I mean, you know, make my money, like all that stuff would be great. You know, that's sign me up. But that's what I'm saying is I'm training. I'm not going to break it.
Yeah. You better not lose. That's all I'm saying. Yo, listen.
Do I get a
just be Arreola?
Do I get that time lost?
Just be Arreola, bro. Just be Arreola. You know, Arreola loses and he comes back. Don't fall into depression.
Is Arreola in this fight? All right.
No, I'm saying don't fall into what you mean? Arreola just stock rolls. Like if
what you mean? Don't fall into the What'd you say? Say that again.
Like don't fall into depression, man. I want you to.
Why would Arreola?
I said be Arreola.
I'm sorry.
Arreola. That Arreola, he gets in a big fight and he might not get the win, but he comes right back still chingong. You know what I'm saying? Even after all those losses, he came back. He was 228 and he put on the best fight of his career. You understand? But he got that heart. That shit don't go. That don't bother him. Right. So you can't be like, oh fuck, what I'ma do? Oh man, I'm not coming back because I lost twice. I talk so much shit. Nah, man, you win some, you lose some. You know what?
You're absolutely right.
Yo, you go, because guess what? You'll beat the shit out the next dude then. But we got a cash app.
We got a lot of callers too.
Yeah, I see him. We going straight out to y'all. We got a cash app from Greg who says, Ness, stop playing with Usman. He will get Derek James. Oh, so he knows Derek James? Because he put Derek J. I don't know if that means Derek James. I mean, listen, bruh. He could get Freddie Roach. It ain't gonna mean nothing. You talking about Jake the Snake, a.k.a. MMA killer.
Bro, you really are bleeding. I would love...
Man. Yo, drop the promo, man. What's going on with the promo? You done talked into Mario and Showcase?
We already did enough Mario. Mario ain't the main event. We can't verbally, physically live talk and then play his promo too. It's time to Mario. Mario needs to drop some sparring. Mario needs to drop some sparring. Showcase say, yo, Mario got a whole fight of me. You know what I'm saying? Mario dropping old footage of him squatting again. We tired of seeing you squat, bro. Can we get some real footage? Why you waiting so long? Like, can we get some... It's the 3rd already, May 3rd. Like, can we get some footage?
Yeah, no, to be honest with you, I got this video that I've been working on. I had gotten a cameo from somebody.
You told me about it, man. So when you gonna do this, man?
I sent it to you, right? Well,
when you gonna do this, man?
So I put the cameo, like the back of the audio. I'm just trying to make it nice, but you know what? Maybe I'll just drop it.
Nah, make it nice. Make it nice. But don't make us wait, man.
I need Francis to see it, tell me what he thinks, and then give me some, pointers as far as where to take it. But I mean, it's done. It's not anything. Like, I just used the cameo as a voiceover, but it's all new footage.
You giving out too much, man. If you're gonna unveil it. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go!
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Yo, man, hashtag drop the tape on Mario, man. Hashtag drop the tape. We going out to Brooklyn in the building. Actually,
when you see old dirty bastard fall in a position like that, then you know that I'm getting ready to bust your
me? Yo, y'all hear me? Listen, man. Yo, peace. Listen. Right now, I got the wingsuit on, and I'm at the edge of the cliff. No one could save me. I'm jumping into Sebastian Fedora land, a.k.a. Spider Crab land. I got the wingsuit on. I'm going to fly down there. And let me tell y'all something right now. 154, I'm going to say it. Sebastian Fedora will knock out Danny Garcia. He will beat Tony Harrison. He will beat everybody. And if Charlo having a bad day, he might upset him. I'm in Sebastian Fedora land, y'all. Whoever want to come with me, this goes to the UK, the US, Canada, every goddamn body. I'm in Sebastian Fedora land. Anybody want to smoke or the bestest, step up. Come to the Spider Crab. Come to Sebastian Fedora. 6'6", 80-inch reach. Hit him fight.
Cut it.
Louisiana. Jerome, what up?
What up?
Man, if you really don't like UFC, I really think like
you got a lot of background, Jerome. We can't hear you.
Oh, let me switch to. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, you really tipping with Jake Paul this morning, but I'm gonna start with Andy Ruiz and say I think both the Wilder fight and the Ortiz fight will be good, but I agree with you. He should fight Ortiz first. And as far as Jake Paul, I don't. No more basketball players, no more UFC. There's enough boxers for him to fight. You mentioned James Toney, Roy Jones Jr. There's enough people out here. I think Tarver challenged him at one point. There's enough boxers out here for him to.
Nah, he the MMA killer, man. He ain't fighting boxers. He on the team. He on the team. He killing the other side, the other guys who talk too much.
That's my call.
All right. Yeah, nah, he here to put hands on all MMA dudes, man. All them MMA dudes that think they could box, he here to put hands on them, man. Ohio, stand up. You got one. Ohio, you got one. They say Ohio runs boxing. Y'all got one. Jake Paul, let's go. What? Y'all ain't know? Y'all ain't know he was from Ohio?
Come on, man.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Just up back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the thick glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
TBV, good morning. How it sound?
What up? What up?
Man, chilling. Salute to y'all for the show as usual. But yeah, man, Ohio been running boxing, brother. From Don King to Al Heyman to, about billions of what they did. The list just goes on and on.
Jake
Paul.
Been
running. I hate to say it, Jake Paul is the biggest name in boxing right now.
Real big baby. Toledo, Ohio, stand up. Robert Easter, let's go. Albert Bell, hello. Yandel Evans, what? The list go on and on, man.
Yeah. On and on. Yeah, that's what's up. But as far as Andy Ruiz, I think it's hard to predict them fights, man. I think they all 50-50 fights. With Andy versus Ortiz, but maybe that's 50-50 fight. I think Wilder probably beats him. Seeing what I've seen, I've never been big on Andy. Like I said, I thought it was a fluke. Good story, seeing the fat kid win against the Goliath, but I've never been really sold on him. So y'all was gassing him up, and his landing done got crashed. Now y'all trying to kind of fall back. It looked like so. I don't know, man. I like I said, I think Ortiz might be a 50-50 fight, but I think Wilder probably beats him. But that's my call.
All right. Coach Myers, Connecticut.
Yours.
You got a lot of background. It's going away. That's all right. What up?
You hear me? Hey, you tripping on that Jake Paul bullshit this morning. Usman does train stand-up with Derek James. He been training with Derek James for a couple of years now on the stand-up. So I think he do got better boxing technique than Jake Paul by far.
Huh?
But
you sound funny, man.
So,
Remember to make that bet with me.
I don't see skills. I'll definitely make that bet. Whatever bet you want to make.
Remember
I don't see skills.
Remember your man never sparred. If they ever make that fight, I'm saving you money by giving you this little piece of. If they ever make that fight, that's when he's finally gonna spar boxing. This dude ain't out here sparring and boxing, man. Just because he working with Derek James don't mean he out here sparring.
So you don't think he ever been in the ring with Earl for 2 years training with Derek James? You don't think he ever been in the ring with Earl?
Hell no. Earl ain't Jake Paul, man. Earl ain't no motherfucking 190 pounder, man.
All right, real quick. Hey, Francis, I don't know if y'all seen it, but Coach Cunningham was in the chat. Said he's gonna smack your lunch out of your hand when he see you in Watertown. I don't know what that was about, but yeah. Coach Cunningham's in the chat.
All right, I feel it. Appreciate the call. Yo, Ness.
Yo.
Got some information for you, man.
Oh, shit.
I got some information for you and the people, man, about, what I'm saying?
Information, man.
Border Wars 11, man. Watertown, Wisconsin. June 12th, man. We got some more information on the tickets that are going to be available, how exactly the tickets go, and the prices that go with them. You know what I mean? So just bear with me with this information here. Let me get out to you. So, like I said, we're going to have 7 VIP tables, right? And those VIP tables are going to be going for $50 a piece. $50 a piece. $500 a piece. I'm tripping. Hold on a second. In the meantime, they're gonna be $500. You got 4 Border Wars box tables. 4 people, 1 free cocktail. That's going to be $350. I say it again. 4 Border Wars box tables. 4 people at a table. You know what I'm saying? 1 free cocktail, $350. Also, we have 126 VIP seats, which is at $70. 126 VIP seat tickets at $60 available. We have 156 general admission tickets at $35 each. Again, 156 general admissions ticket for $35.
And how could the people buy these tickets? Where do they go?
Be on Eventbrite. $75 standing room. Sorry, 75 standing room tickets available at $15. So if you come and you just want to stand around, you can pay $15 at the door and you can get in a part of the 75 standing room available. This is going to be on Eventbrite. The link is going to be sent later today, so I'm going to send it to Ness. He's going to post it up wherever it needs to be posted. And also, we're going to verbally say it here live across the airwaves so that you can either write it down or go to it right away and let it happen. You got the information, Ness. You can continue to press it forward as we continue. This is for Border Wars 11, man. Watertown, Wisconsin, June 12th. You already know. Big card going down. A lot of people that you're going to want to see live. You know what I'm saying? You see them here in the press conference, talk, they talk. So if you want to see them get busy, you know what I'm saying, make yourself available. You know what I mean? You already know what to do. Also, don't forget, if you can't make it, if you can't get one of these tickets, download the BP Network app. It's going to be live there. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Who next?
Yes, sir. We going out to Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby. The good old Ness narrative. Yeah, man. Shout out to PBC. It's a beautiful day in the PBC neighborhood. Usman's a really good fighter. I can't wait to see his next fight, either boxing or UFC. I hate when people discredit people like that. They're a bunch of sausages. Yeah, I would like Andy Ruiz to fight Luis Ortiz. Keep it real with you. If you're such a dog and, you know, you got the Canelo blood in you, let's see what it can do. Because, I mean, Canelo really didn't really kill anybody when in the divisions he skipped and shit. So let's see, man. Shout out to Billy Joe Sanders. He's going to get that torch passed to him by Tyson Fury. Got the brass knuckles and the glove. Let's see, man. That's my call. Shout out to Ness. Your narratives are very sweet, but they're never true.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Shout out to Greg with the $2 Cash App, saving us the 30% by going to Cash App, who says, Ness, check the DMs on IG, and I'm screen sharing now what he sent me, which is Derek James, who posted on his IG a picture of Usman looking at someone he knocked out, and in the caption it says, congrats to my little brother, Usman. And then Derek James is also seen in his own comments saying, no, I have worked with Usman, but he has always had good hands. But even though he's always had good hands, has he boxed? Has he boxed? Has he boxed? Does he want this smoke? Is he ready for this smoke, man? I just want to know that, man. Like, take the biggest fight of your career. I want to see this man get paid.
Take the biggest fight of your career.
So you don't think he'll get paid more than he's gotten paid in the UFC? Because that's what Jake is saying. Jake is like, yo, why I made more money than everybody in the UFC, not named Conor McGregor and Masvidal or something like that. Whatever the name of
very opinionated, though. I mean, that's not really fact based. So I take it with a grain of salt. You know.
I don't know, man. All you gotta do is Google the purses, man. They out there, man. They out there. We going to Davidian, man. Buffalo Falls, man. I don't know. You
definitely butchered him.
You don't believe that Jake made more money than most people in the UFC. You need to prove that, man. Prove that.
You definitely need to prove that.
Davidian, Buffalo, what up?
Francis. Yo, what's good, Ness? What's good? Francis, Mario. Nah, I don't know. Good show. I meant to say last night, though. Shout out to my man, Andy Ruiz. He came out with Brian T. That's my guy. I be listening to him sometimes. I was kind of surprised that I was kind of cool that he came out with Brian Chorizo. Ness, what's up with you with Jake Paul? I mean, I like Jake Paul too, but don't gas him up like that. Your boy gonna get hurt. I'm telling you, I'll bet anything. I don't even bet. I'll win that bet. I'll bet that Usman would give him that work. That's what I'm saying. He'd give Pretty Boy that work. So stop it. Come on now, stop it.
I mean,
but other than that,
tell him make the fight then. Like, why not make
and then the numbers I don't believe. I don't really believe that.
What?
About them numbers that you could supposedly Google. Like, I don't believe that he made as much as he did. Triller's is like a shit show, so I just don't believe that.
Bruh, so if you don't believe
it wasn't the commentating and shit.
So if you don't believe Jake made that money,
that's a circus over there.
Remember this,
No,
man.
I don't.
Remember this.
Prove it to me.
I'm about to.
I don't care about Google.
I'm about to prove it to you with this. I don't know. You can choose to use this as your answer.
No.
So when Regis didn't get his money from the World Boxing Super Series, remember?
Oh yeah.
What did he do?
That was messed up.
What did he do? He sued, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then World Boxing Super Series had to release that money, right? And he finished the tournament.
Yes, sir.
As soon as he threatened to sue, they released that money. So there's no difference here, man. You know, there's no difference here. Regis was fighting.
I don't know. I just don't know.
But wait, Regis
Does
was
he
fighting.
make more than
Regis made $850,000 on Triller. I don't hear him complaining about not getting paid. I don't hear him filing a lawsuit.
Well, no, that's good though. Yeah, no.
All right, then. So if Regis made $850, Jake Paul made what he made, because he getting paid by the same guy.
What Jake Paul made?
Jake Paul supposed to more than Usman. Gotta go. Hawk, Maryland, talk to me.
Yo, what's up, fam? How y'all doing today?
All good.
Oh man, I hear y'all on that UFC talk. I ain't gonna get in that one, but I just say Dana White came out last week and he said no fighter under the UFC contract can get into any type of boxing match. And so that anybody that's fighting under UFC contract can't fight Jake Paul. Nobody can do a boxing match. They under contract with his company. But I'm about to say that I like that Ajagba against Chris Arreola, and I like what about Andy Ruiz? And I don't know why Andy Ruiz got caught. He looked like he was feeling himself at the beginning. Maybe he was believing the hype and everything. But after the 6th or 7th round, man, it wasn't no fight. It was just marching around and stuff. But I thought Andy beat him impressively on the second half of the fight once he stopped feeling himself, once he got that knocked out of him. But I like to see Andy Ruiz, Adam Kuknoski in a fight back. That'd be a good fight because Kuknoski and Andy Ruiz, that's gonna be all action. And I don't want to see him in there with Wilder yet. Man, I don't know. People must be forgetting Wilder got that nitro in that right hand, man. So I don't know. Chris Jones Jr. I can't wait to see his next fight.
Hawk, man, thanks for calling in. Shout out to my girl Cardi B. You know, us Dominicans sticking together. You know, the Queen Cardi B showing love to the Queen Clarissa Shields. You know, Clarissa, you know, she tweeted out that one of her new favorite songs is a Cardi B song, and obviously Cardi retweeted it back and showed us some love and said, thank you, big champ. So, shout out, man. Some of these women getting the recognition that they deserve in this sport and beyond. Clarissa just signed a PFL deal, but she reposted it, man, and that's cool. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. So, getting on to the callers, we got Keem in Florida. Keem in Florida, are you available?
Keem, what up?
Wait a minute. You say you know boxing? Yeah.
What is it?
Maybe I don't know. Tell me what a pool counter is.
Pool counter? I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been
No, Fair Shake, HBO need to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
Yo. Y'all hear me?
We hear you.
What up? Good morning, TBV. So on the topic, man, I like Ruiz Ortiz. I think that's a good fight, man. Both guys got good hand speed, good power. I think that's a real good fight. Andy can win it. Won't be easy, but it's possible he could beat Ortiz. I probably wouldn't pick him to win that one though, but that's a good fight. I think that's a real good fight. I'd like to see it, man. And that's you going hard with Jake Paul this morning, man. Fun fact though, Usman does box and actually loves boxing. You can hear him on a bunch of interviews he's done. He did one on Joe Rogan where he talked about when he was in the Olympics for wrestling. Crawford and Wilder them was the Olympic boxing team, and I don't know who it was Usman was dating, but he said he was dating one of the girls on the boxing team, so he was always over there with them guys. He even talked about he's wrestled with Crawford, because Crawford used to wrestle, being from that Midwest Nebraska area. So he's a big boxing fan and has been around boxing for a long time. I know he does train with Derek James, I think, occasionally.
Hey, King. He going through them Everglades.
Go ahead.
Yeah, King, why don't you pick Usman? I'm going to pick Jake. I'm going to pick the dude that ain't just affiliated with boxers. He actually spawned and fighting them. You know what I'm saying? You pick the dude that's taking pictures with boxers, man.
Man, listen.
You can't even defend yourself with that service.
He's been doing it for.
So tell him take the fight, man.
He tripping.
Tell him take the fight then, man. Why don't take the fight? Everybody keeps saying Usman this, Usman that, but take the fight then. Take the fight. Prove Jake wrong and prove me wrong. Take that fight, man. Get slept out here. Yo, they keep sleeping on Jake the Snake, man. He gonna make a believers out of all y'all fools. It's going down. Listen though, we wrapping it up. We got boomerang action coming in.
Boomy time.
Coach Myers. On the wind down. 130 untitled.
Yo.
What's up?
What up?
Really don't got much more to say. Andy Ruiz, I don't think Luis Ortiz is a good matchup for him. I don't think Reynoso would want to go for that, especially that Cuban style. Canelo had problems with that style before too with Lara. So I don't think that's a good route. I don't think Reynoso would go that route. But that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recommend the Luis Ortiz. Like, we need a plan, and if we go on Luis Ortiz, why? Like, if we go on Luis Ortiz, are we going Charles Martin after? Like, why are we getting in there with a southpaw? Is it just for the name? What's that paycheck like? Is this worth it? Cause, is there not another way to get a name? Like, cause if I'm gonna fight Lewis and you want me to fight Wilder, well then that ain't really setting me up. one camp ain't even gonna lead me
Why
into the next camp.
And why can't he do it? Why
Hey
would
man,
they-
and it didn't work out, did it? It didn't work out, man. It didn't
Well,
work
you
out.
know.
It didn't
You
work
know.
out. But if you haven't already dropped your untitled question, I just put the link in the live chat of this particular show. You could go ahead and click that link and drop your untitled question. We're gonna be going live right here on YouTube members only at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. This will make our 5th straight episode right on time. We're back on cue. So shout out to Francis, the praying mantis, who's been there for the last 4. But if you want to make these, more entertaining, go ahead and drop your question. All you got to do is be on Patreon, and at any level you can drop the question. But to listen to the answers, obviously, will be right here on YouTube members or uploaded to Patreon immediately after at the $15 level and above. We're going out to Long Beach. Looks like we have JP.
Heavy hand.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
And that's one thing I appreciate about you, man, is that you like fluid. You just change with the times. You change with how boxing is evolving. There's a lot of us, myself included, me probably driving the bandwagon, that is, kind of disgruntled about the state of boxing right now and how it's changing, and going over to this more entertainment side with the YouTubers. And I see Ness, I think some of us mad that you just embrace this new boxing landscape so easily. You know what I'm saying? I want some pushback.
Well, Jay, understand this, man. This man has done what I could only dream to do. Like, he literally turned into a boxer. He's on the highest level. He's knocking fools out, and he's clearing us of all these MMA dudes that think it's easy to box. And the fact that we've gotten in the ring, most of us who go to Border Wars, like, we know how difficult it is to do what Jake is doing. That motherfucker's, first of all, he took the headgear off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect him for real. Like, they always say, every fighter say, they respect everybody go through them ropes. And so the fuck do I, especially when I see what he doing. He not afraid. He not afraid to lose to this big bad MMA dude with all this clout. He out here trying to fight him.
But what do it do if he loses? I mean, do we still care about Jake or Logan if they lose? I think it's only a spectacle.
I think
if
it only
they win.
depends. No, I think it only depends what they do next. Like, if they lose and disappear off the map, and that's not what Logan did. Yeah, for Logan is different. I get it. You mad that he lost to KSI. He getting a Floyd fight, but at least he didn't quit. He back in a Floyd fight. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. You calling it a spectacle, you calling it entertainment, but they the same. I'm entertained. We still waiting for Spencer and Crawford to entertain us. We still waiting for Wilder and AJ to entertain us. Maybe if we embrace these spectacles, they'll realize, if we just give them the fights they want, they'll pay for it. Because that's what we doing. These are fights that whoever wants them pays for them. And guess what? One point, whatever Jake said, pay for it.
Yeah, Ness, you really embrace this new thing. There's a lot of other people out there with your platform and that are pushing back.
Well, that's the thing. He took up boxing, JP. If he would have took up wrestling, I wouldn't have cared. But he took up boxing. He has a following, and he's putting eyeballs on the sport. And he's an MMA killer. I mean, I'm not mad. These dudes try to make a mockery out of James Toney and get him when he was washed up and put him in their sport so they can make a name off our man and our sports back. Now we got Jake out here actively trying to take on all the. He want Conor too. What they scared of?
No doubt. Hey, quickly, Andy. There's options for Andy. Him looking vulnerable was actually to me somewhat of a good thing, because it's just like we got dudes throwing out a Jogba, we got Wilder, we got Ortiz. I would love to see Ortiz. They should bring it down to the StubHub again, because like I said, man, the Mexican fans out there, they know how to take in a fight. One thing I love about them is they still know how to objectify pretty women. Every time a pretty woman walk by, "Ay, mommy," whistling and shit. I said, these my type of guys. These my type of guys, man. So yeah, bring it down there. That's my call.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the call. Heavy-handed edition.
All right, man. We are out of here. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. We need a 180-pounder light heavyweight. Who wants to take on Joshua Lang? Light heavyweight. Just put Joshua Lang right here on the YouTube, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, and you can see he's ready. He's from Wisconsin. He wants to fight. I think he's like 38. He's ready to go. What's up? Let me know. We need some fighters, man. We need some fighters. I still need a heavyweight. Ramos, my Mexican signing, he ain't signed the paperwork yet. So we need a new heavyweight just in case he doesn't take on Xavier. I'm waiting on Xavier to send me some footage as well. Also, who else we got? We got
You need some more heavyweights. I need a 6'4", 6'4", 2 something heavyweight. I need a big heavyweight, saying, for a novice, pretty young guy, in his early 30s. And he's looking to get into the ring and swing for the first time. So, we waiting to hear. You don't want to put him in there with somebody that's like 5'6", 5'7", right? And that's 5'8", 5'9".
Nah,
So
not unless that
somebody-
5'6", 5'7" dude is as skilled as my man Santos that signed up and never's been back, man. We waiting for you, champ. We waiting for you. Don't be worried. You can do it just like everybody else who pulled the trigger. Yo, we out of here. Catch us on the next one, 1:30 p.m. Peace.
You already know, man. Next up, Sports Talk. Catch you on Untitled. Peace.